Three-point play ministry was developed 10 years ago to be conducted in what we call pioneer areas. Since then, churches have become very interested in having the camps conducted in their church to build relationships with kids in the community. Up until this year, it's been basketball. But this summer, we added soccer and volleyball. The Hickson Seventh-day Adventist Church chose basketball and volleyball for their camp, and so it was the first time that we had done volleyball. And I wanted Sylvia Noak, who put the program together as far as organizing and inviting us in there for the Hickson Seventh-day Adventist Church, to explain the way it was organized from their standpoint, how we conducted the program, and some of the benefits of obviously conducting the camp. The tremendous thing that they accomplished there, from remodeling the gym and using it, to the tremendous variety of fruits and things they gave for refreshments, and then to the banquet that they had at the end, where they were able to invite parents and friends, and we could all meet the parents and the children and the awards they gave. And so you'll see just one example, which I think is an outstanding example of how to organize for success.
In looking around at as we were thinking as far as what type of program to conduct, we looked around and thought, okay, what's our assets? What do we have? We had one thing that everyone always commented on was we have this large gym. It was actually just a large, basically, warehouse then, prior to a gym, and it was just used for storage. And so what we did is we just decided it was time to reclaim the gym. So we were on a campaign. We had work bees. We had individuals get involved. We had things removed, and then we decided we also needed to have heat and air in that gym, which never had heat or air, and that was a major accomplishment, having heat and air in that gym. We were attracted by to having a sports camp at the Hickson Seventh-day Adventist Church, because we always do a vacation Bible school. And the last couple of years, as we were looking around, there was no children. We had no children. So we thought, what can we do differently? And I had heard, as I was talking to EW, that with the Georgia-Cumberland Conference, that there were sports camps that were being conducted to churches who wanted to sponsor. So I thought, you know, that's just what we need to do. We need to do a sports camp. We presented it to our board, and so that's how the concept started. In order to conduct the camp, the Georgia-Cumberland Conference, they paid for all expenses except for advertising, which actually makes it a very affordable option for churches so that anyone can put on and host one of these camps. We had a flyer initially from the conference, and then we made a postcard and thought if we did a mailing in the community letting them know that we are conducting a sports camp, that we thought that would be a good way to let the parents know of what we're doing. The majority of advertising we did was by mail. We also, at the different restaurants, they had bulletin boards. We would put up postcards so that they could take, and also a fitness gym. We would put advertisements there, just anywhere where there were children, to let them know what we're conducting. We had a basketball camp in the morning, and in the afternoon it was a volleyball camp. So we had two different options for the children to get involved with, and we had different participants at each event. With the different age groups, of course, it's challenging, and the question would be, well, how are we going to have a program where we're going to be able to accommodate the different ages that will be participating in these family nights. What was different about the sports camp is that in the camp the kids learned there was what you call E.W. Dempsey rules. And it was quite amazing to watch the kids. We had little ones as far as 7 years old up to 13 years old, but they all participated and actually felt like they accomplished something. With the basketballs, we had them where you could lower the height of the goal. With the volleyball, we had it where you could hold the ball and pass it and then volley it. So everybody was succeeding, and that was most important from that camp that the kids took away from. We had, as far as we provided a snack for the children at the camp, and we wanted something that was tasteful and of course healthy for them as we were doing our selection. One of the ladies who does our potlucks right now, she was the one that we met and had a meeting, and we then came up with a menu, and she sent out notices to all the members, and everyone just from a list selected as far as what they would like to bring. So it made it easy for everybody to participate, to do something. We also realize it's very important that everyone be recognized, and we wanted the children to be recognized in a special way. So we hosted a sports award banquet at the close of our sports camp, where we invited the family, siblings, to come and participate in the accomplishment of their child. And it was amazing to watch, as far as we had a room over 50 people filled in our small area, and everyone was having a really good time. These are families that didn't know each other prior to this, and these are children that made really incredible bonds with the other children. Each one received a sports certificate, and on that certificate had most valuable player with their name on it. And E.W. Dempsey was kind enough to sign those certificates, so it really made the child feel special. There was one boy that really stood out as far as different, and he's from a single parent, and his mom came every day to watch him play. And so when Luke came up to get his certificate, we took a picture, and I didn't see the picture till after, and I'm just, wow, when I saw that. His expression on his face when he received that certificate. And keep in mind, on that certificate was most valuable player. So when Luke saw that certificate, you could just tell he was holding back the tears, and it was just an incredible moment to see that. We wanted also, because these are those that came in from the community, we wanted something to tie in with health also, and so we wanted to make sure what we served and provided for everyone was something that was very healthful. Of course, it was a vegetarian meal, and we had a baked potato bar with all kinds of toppings and varieties and chilies, and then for dessert we had a really nice strawberry shortcake parfait. So it was something that was easy, but it was very tasteful, and everyone commented that it was they really enjoyed the food. What we are going to start doing for a follow-up program is, because we think it's important with the families, as we had just experienced through our sports camp with the parents and with the child, we would like to, now that we have a facility, would open it up to the community. We're going to have the family in, we're going to have the children. We're going to continue with our different programs, our volleyball, our basketball, and we're going to be involving the parents also. So everyone's going to be getting involved. This is a way where you can get involved in the community. This is a way to make a difference and bring the community together. We saw families come in through those doors in our church who had never been in there before and would not have been in there before, I don't believe. But having a program like this, it brought the children in, which brought the parents in. And you have an opportunity to talk with the parents, to get to know them, get to know their children. And the relationships were really amazing that were formed from this.
I would like to remind every church member that sees this that if you have a gymnasium, why is it just sitting there and not being used? Are we afraid of messing up the floor? We're afraid of messing up the walls? Why do we have a gymnasium? To be used for occasional programs when it can be used on a weekly basis. Ongoing programs such as the RISE program, which has been developed to be an ongoing program. It can be ongoing basketball, it can be ongoing volleyball. There may be other possibilities. And some other church organizations in North America have been very successful. And we can do this in Seventh-day Adventist churches also. Obviously, for soccer, you need some type of field. It doesn't have to be a large field. You can make modifications as far as numbers of players. It doesn't have to be 11 players on a team. It can be 5 players, 6 players, 8 players. So I'm pleading with us to consider this unique way to meet kids. And if you meet kids, you're going to meet parents. And it's not just the fundamentals we teach. We're teaching things about life. The first day we talk about setting goals in life. We talk about avoiding shortcuts in sports like steroids, but we're talking about difficulties in life and how the Lord will help these students. We talk about teamwork and sportsmanship. And each day we have prayer at the beginning and prayer at the end. And we talk to the kids about how Jesus loves every one of them. And He wants them to love Him. And that they can learn to talk to Him and communicate every day through prayer. So what better way is it to meet kids and parents is some type of activity that they enjoy and they like. And I believe 3 Point Play Ministry serves that purpose.